What up, y'all, and welcome to Pensacola International Speedway for the 14th race in the 2023 NRSL Jerky Pro Truck Series. On pole for the first time in his career is Lucas Catano. Kind of crazy that a veteran driver like Catano has failed to win a pole, but I double-checked the stats myself, and indeed, this is his first career pole in the Jerky Pro Truck Series. To his outside is Pat Johnson. Row 2 has Chris Harvey and your points leader, Peter Onjack, who comes into this race with a 48-point advantage over Winnie Calhoun and a 65-point advantage over Reggie Fogelman. Peter has the chance to clinch the championship a race early here tonight, but he's going to have to get lucky and avoid some carnage along the way. Sam Young, Hunter Braxton in row 3, Usman Hamid, Roberto Crown Jr., row 4. With Ryan Brommer and Zachary DeLello rounding out the top 10. Where you qualify really does not matter, except if you're on the outside at the start. You see Winnie Calhoun outside line, James Ellison, Adam Flickinger, Dylan Ibrahimium, and more Jack James as well. All the way back to Kate Anderson, who starts it in the final row. We have had a different race winner here every time we've been over here at this track in the Jerky Pro Truck Series, and it is known for getting people that first career win as of late. 2017, Charles Sanford in a Chevy. 2018, James Qualls in a Toyota. 2019 saw 2019 champ Logan York get the win here in a Chevy. Leland Fief won in 2020 for a Chevy. And last year, Scott Roush won in a Ford, as we did not come here in the Truck Series in 2021. So Peter Onjack, it's pretty simple what he has to do. He's got to have 60 points or more on Winnie Calhoun to clinch the championship and not have anyone else get within that range. At the same point, a lot of drivers from Fogelman on down need something to happen to Peter in order to have a chance at this thing. Fogelman 65 back, Ryan Brommer 82 back, Gene Sanford 86 back. That's the top 5. Jessica Strauss 93 back, Sam Young 94 back, Sky Commons, let's see, 100 points back. Adam Flickinger 101, James Ellison 106. That's the top 10. Lastly, Jack James 108 back in 11th. So 3rd to 11th in the point standings are trucks that need to gain a ton of points on Peter Onjack here tonight, but there's not going to be enough points to go around for everybody. So with that said, Peter, 60 points is the number to have them be out of range. So Jack James needs to gain 49 points. Ellison 47. Adam Flickinger 42. Sky Commons 41. So now if those 5 finished 1st to 5th in order, with Onjack finishing last, they would all get within range. But they would still be at the back of the eligibility mark. As for example, Sky Commons finishing in 5th would get 45 points, and he would still be 55 points back and would need to effectively win Atlanta and have Peter finish last again to potentially win the championship. As the green flag is out here at Pensacola, we're underway. So that just shows you how much anybody who's that far back in points right now needs that 83 to have a bad night, needs him to wreck out for them to even have a slim chance heading to Atlanta Motor Speedway. So realistically speaking, Winnie Calhoun 48 back, Reggie Fogelman 65 back, and then Brommer 82 and Gene Sanford 86 back. Those 4, if they have a really good night tonight and Onjack does not, they would be in a very good position heading to Atlanta next time out. But it's a 40-lap race, and anything can happen over those 40 laps, so we're going to toss all that points talk out the window until we actually have something occur, as Chris Harvey will lead the first lap of the race. Ryan Brommer right on his tail, as we're already looking to go 4 wide. 4 wide, you can make it work as long as the 2 drivers in that middle do not rub each other's doors too closely. That is typically how an accident will occur here. 5 wide is practically a death sentence. You see Winnie Calhoun already on the very inside line, one of the safest places to be, but not completely out of the realm of getting wrecked from, especially if trucks turn down the track when they make contact in the middle. But you can see Brommer second in line on the bottom behind Harvey. Calhoun fourth in line on the bottom behind Daniel Brown, as Brown's going to make a peek out to the inside, but now Calhoun goes low instead, as you already see the 4 wide going on. Jack James, Donovan Cage, Dylan Ibrahim all at the back of that right there. As you see Ellison all the way on the top, Peter Onjack on the top. At the back of the field, you see Adam Flickinger gets clear from the outside. He's going to drop to the bottom. The field still 4 wide crazy, as there's some contact there. That was between Dennis Moore and I think Enzo Nareza, and they almost went right up the track into James Ellison. As now you see Onjack back on the inside line, as at the front of the field, as we're going to give a little color flash right there. It's still between Harvey and Catano. Calhoun's still trying to find a way to the inside of Brommer. Daniel Brown's been pushed up to the outside now, 3 wide outside of Buttersworth and Calhoun. Buttersworth fresh off that first career win at Papyrus 2 weeks ago. So now Calhoun with maybe some help from Brad Lewis, but now Brad Lewis looking to make a move of his own with help from Jack James, who's made it up to the front of the field already in just 4 laps. Going to be 4 wide here for 3rd place for just a brief moment, as that turns to 3 wide. Harvey and Catano, they still control the bottom and the middle groove. As now Calhoun finds herself in the middle of Stephen Waters and Ryan Brommer, as they are 4x4x4 middle of the pack. Oh, a little bit of contact there between Scott Roush and co. And oh, they're wrecking. Jim Ganton's in the outside wall. Adam Flickinger, I think, just got turned into the outside wall. Caution flag will be out. Oh, and Sam Young is barrel rolling wildly. Hunter Braxton upside down. Roberto Crown Jr. going to hit him. Send him for a little disco spin. Looks like Kyler Anderson was involved. Ron Bishop's destroyed. We saw Jim Ganton go up into the outside wall. Looks like Ibrahimi potentially caught a piece. Fogelman might have caught a piece. You see Adam Flickinger appears clean. See right side of the truck. Peter Onjack just up the road. As now here comes the second part of this. You're under caution. You gotta slow down, and we know super speedways, it's notorious if you're at the back to have a checkup occur. Let's see, we're watching Gatlin, Downey, Donovan Cage getting close. Downey gonna turn up the track. Seeing maybe some contact back here. No, it looks like everyone's clean so far. Nareza right up Fogelman's bumper. And it looks like they're going to get this done without making any contact. So Catano, the leader, at the start-finish line. Let's take a look at the replay. So this is going to start with Scott Roush and Jim Ganton. They're side by side. You see DeLello and Skylar Taylor just 2 rows up ahead. They make contact, but look at that. Roush and Ganton, it looks like their tires almost popped next to each other, and that separated them pretty abruptly. And then Roush swung back into Ganton, then swung back down in the Ron Bishop, and it's on from here. Bishop goes up the track into Ganton. Sam Young, nowhere to go into the outside wall. Same with Kyler Anderson, nowhere to go into the 17. Roberto Crown Jr., Hunter Braxton get involved, and Sam Young starts to flip over. You see Adam Flickinger comes back up from the apron as Sam Young is barrel rolling behind them. And Adam Flickinger avoids hitting the outside wall. And then Sam Young is just doing a nosedive down the banking, and then he flips over Hunter Braxton, and that gets Braxton to flip over. As Sam Young barrel rolls wildly. Now, Sam Young came into this race already out of it. Actually, no, 7th in the points. Sorry, thought he was out of it, but no, he's not. I mentioned him earlier. He was he was still in it, but this is going to take him out of it. So Sam Young will have to look for that first championship in 2024. Then you see Hunter Braxton got killed by Roberto Crown Jr., which is unfortunately just how the AI are here when they're on the apron. They just do not want to stop. They full throttle it into you. That took out at least, I'd say, 3 or 4 trucks. And let's take an onboard or two. Onboard first with Adam Flickinger. Oh, he turned down, got loose, and then almost got turned right up into the outside wall. Onboard with Peter Onjack. Jack with good wreck avoidance there stays alive. Finally on board with the 29 of Sam Young. His championship bid is over. And a violent way to end that bid at that. Getting ready to go back green. Problems on pit road for Skylar Taylor and Dennis Moore. That'll put them a couple of laps down. As out of the race, Jim Ganton, Roberto Crown Jr., Ron Bishop, Hunter Braxton, and Sam Young. So Young will effectively finish 42nd. So now we will have 37 trucks left on track. Least amount of points Peter Onjack would be able to earn now would be 6 points for 37th, as he currently runs 18th. Lucas Catano in the lead. So 6 points from the win is a 54-point gain. Sam Young effectively out of it now. If you finish second, it's a 49-point game. So Jack James will need to finish second or better, but would need Peter Onjack to finish 37th for Jack James to get back in range. So that's going to narrow it up here by a couple of points. Those couple of points are going to matter for some of these guys that need to find the way back in range. And it reduces the opportunity of someone getting within range from that second or third or fourth place finish. Remember, the higher you go up into the top 5 to the win, the more points you gain for your race effort. Pace trucks down pit road. Catano will lead them to the green flag. 9 laps down, 31 to go. And first restart on the track, we'll really see who can stay up to speed here. As Dennis Moore comes back out on the track. Skylar Taylor is on his way back out now as well. And Taylor's actually going to come out onto the track just in front of the leaders following the restart. So Catano and Harvey, they managed the flow up the front of the field on that first run. Now, following pit stops, we'll see if any teams made adjustments. You can't really do much on a super speedway when it's flat out, as they're going to approach Skylar Taylor here as Peter Onjack's going down pit road. Oh, that's huge. Oh, there's door damage on the 83. For those of you that don't know, Pensacola's pit road, the pit speed's 65, actually no, 70 miles an hour is the pit speed here at Pensacola. And when you come out of your stall, it is quite easy to get nailed. And it looks like Colin Cropley might have been one of those drivers that nailed someone, as both him and Onjack are going to come down to fix damage. As now it's a battle for the lead between Usman Hamid and Zachary DeLello. Brad Lewis, Archibald Buttersworth with huge runs. Ellison up to 5th, so with Onjack heading down pit road, that is huge for the championship picture, as that is going to put him a lap down. Is anyone else pitting in this time by? Yeah, Winnie Calhoun's pitting now. Oh man, that's even bigger, because Calhoun came in 48 back. So Calhoun with door damage. We see Dennis Moore at the back of the pack. Cropley out first. Cropley came in the pit road behind Onjack, and it's a huge difference in repair time. So Onjack gonna go a lap down here in a moment. He'll be 35th. Pending where Winnie Calhoun comes out of pit road, could be 34th, as Taylor and Moore are both 2 laps down. This is gonna really open the door for Reggie Fogelman and some others. Gene Sanford, Jessica Strauss, Ryan Brommer, if they can get a top 5 finish, if they can get a win, as Onjack now gets caught. Hoping for maybe a yellow here to get that lucky dog and get back on the lead lap, so his season is more in his hands. Now Atlanta will be super speedway-esque, but there will be a ton of tire fall off. So you'll have a little more control in your destiny next week at Atlanta, as Calhoun comes back on the track. She will fall in line in this pack, as Enzo Nerez is looking for the lead now. Brittany Turner second. Here comes Jean Sanford in third, trying to gain all the championship points she can, as Calhoun came up in front of Donovan Cage. That has split the pack in 2. As no one else has come down pit road. So it appears Cropley, Onjack, and Calhoun were the 3 to pit on the green here to fix damage. And you might ask, well, why not just pit under the caution and fix it then and there? And I mean, you bring up a good point, but sometimes these teams, they don't want to give up the track position and go to the back if they're going to restart at the back of the field. They could have a quick crash right off the restart. You never know. So they stay out and they see what they can do in the draft. And if they feel like they need to come down and pit, then that's when they come down and pit. So Cropley caught. He goes a lap down. So now the battle for the lucky dog is going to be massive. As you see Onjack all the way up on the outside. Calhoun currently in the middle behind Cropley. Calhoun trying to go low. Skylar Anderson is off the pace. He is very slow. He is only doing 186. Nareza Downey with a pretty big lead right now, as the field is all bunched up behind them. 4 wide. 4x4 there in the middle. There they go. McShane, Max Anderson around. Peter Onjack's involved. Zayden Davison gets it back going straight. Ryan Brommer looked like he was into it. Oh, Reggie Fogelman just drilled Dylan Ibrahimian. And Fogelman's race is over. That's going to end his championship bid. It looks like he was trailing the pack, and he just clobbered Dylan Ibrahimian. So caution is out. Enzo Nereza is the leader here on lap 16. Let's see how they slow up this time. Monaco going to give a tap to Stephen Waters. Winnie Calhoun appears to be clean. I think she is the lucky dog. Oh, they're stacking up a bit. Oh, Ryan Brommer. Oh, Skylar Taylor. Oh, Davidson and Peter Onjack are going to get in it. There's David Dixon for good measure. Dixon will get it back going. Oop, almost turned up in the Buttersworth there. Buttersworth, Dennis Moore, clear of anything. So Fogelman, he's going to be out of it. Dylan Ibrahimian is done for the night as well. We'll have to wait and see how bad the damage is for others. But Winnie Calhoun is indeed the lucky dog here. Everyone expected the pit here. They will still have to pit one more time. Let's get a replay of the incident. This was worst case scenario for Peter Onjack. He had just fallen behind these drivers that got into this four-wide situation, and you see it there. Anderson and Davidson, they are even side by side, but Max Anderson and Archibald Buttersworth, sorry, I didn't specify the Anderson there. They were not. They go around up into David Dixon. Dixon nowhere to go. Onjack nowhere to go. Pat Johnson, Dylan Ibrahimian, all nowhere to go. Kate Anderson, who was side by side with Davidson, makes it through. She goes on, but you see Onjack spinning. Davidson was spinning. He got it back going straight. Max Anderson got it back going straight. You see Catano got lucky. Davidson saved it there. He would become involved there. Same with Sky Commons. They drive by. Skylar Taylor gets it straight. Onjack got it straight. So Onjack really just went for a spin, but it's going to be Ibrahimian here who just gets clobbered by Reggie Fogelman. Fogelman was going for the gap, and he almost had it. 22 came down just enough. Buttersworth gets more damage as a result, too. And Fogelman's car went for a spin before stopping down on the apron. And with Onjack ahead of Fogelman, that'll take Fogelman out of championship contention. But second caution of the day, Onjack did not avoid this one. Second time tonight, we're on board with Peter Onjack. Decent damage, though, to the front end for Peter. Thought maybe he got that from the checkup we saw, but it looks like most of the damage came right there on the initial wreck. On board with Reggie Fogelman, you see him just driving in the smoke, trying to find the best way to go. And then, right there in replay, it looks like there's time to just jerk the wheel hard left, but you're in the corner. Really not much Fogelman could have really done there. Getting ready to go back racing. We will have 21 laps to go. Out of the race, Reggie Fogelman, Dylan Ibrahimian, as well as Peter Onjack. And I believe David Dixon is done as well. Wait for timing and scoring to officially update here in a lap or two. We'll double check that on Dixon, but I don't see him. Winnie Calhoun did, in fact, receive Lucky Dog, so she is now 30th and in position to gain points on Peter Onjack. Colin Cropley, Dennis Moore, and Skylar Taylor are all laps down. Cropley 1 down, Taylor 2, Dennis Moore 3. But yes, indeed, I believe it's Dixon, Onjack, Ibrahimian, and Fogelman done for the night. Fogelman will come home 37th once this updates. Peter Onjack will finish 35th, so Onjack will get 8 points for his efforts tonight. With that said, Jack James in the 13 has to win to be in range for Atlanta. Second place would not get him enough on the gain. He would only gain 47. He would be 2 points short. James Ellison needs to finish second or better, I believe, here. Adam Flickinger, I believe, can get away with third or better. Yep, third or better. Sky Commons, same thing, third or better. Once you get up to Jessica Strauss, 6 in the points, 93 back, it becomes a bit more lenient as the green flag is back out and the field is scattering. We'll get back to the point stuff in a moment. But we're watching Cropley, Moore, and Taylor, the lap trucks that pit for door damage earlier. Actually, Taylor and Moore got stuck a lap down because of pit road contact, but Nareza Gatlin Downey currently 1-2. Adam Flickinger is right up here at the front of the field. So is James Ellison. So is Jack James. They're all where they need to be now. Realistically, or I guess realistically is not the right word. Maybe logistically? Whatever. Who cares? Anyway, if Jack James wins, Ellison finishes second, and Adam Flickinger gets third, I believe all three of them would jump into range. So that is the ideal scenario for those three. Now, however, that would just get them in range. They have to go out and win Atlanta and then have Onjack finish last again and then get more help on top of that. And Atlanta not known to be a disastrous track. Right now, it's a 3-truck breakaway. Reza, Downey, and Jean Sanford. Let's talk about Jean Sanford here. She came in 86 points back with Onjack getting 8 points. She needs to gain 27 points to just get in range. So she just has to finish 9th or better. 9th would be 36 points. That would give her a gain of 28. So 9th or better for Jean Sanford. Jessica Strauss is another 7 points back. So she would need to finish 5th or better, I believe. 5th would be 45 to 8 would be 37. Actually, I think 6th maybe. I think she can get it in 6th. Because that'd be 42. That'd be 34-point gain. Yeah, so 6th or better for Jessica Strauss. And then Ryan Brommer came in 82 points back. He would need, I believe, 10th or better. Actually, 11th or better would be a good case for him. So now let's see. We're watching who's up here. You got James Ellison up here, Adam Flickinger, Jack James, Jean Sanford. All at the front of the field right now. They just need to get into the right positions. Ellison, Flickinger, Jack James, all got to be top 3. Jean Sanford got to be 9th or better. Brad Lewis is going for the lead. Meanwhile, Winnie Calhoun has started to close up after getting that lucky dog. She's already up into 16th place. Ryan Brommer just behind her. See Jessica Strauss a little further back in 24th. Strauss really needs to get going forward. Remember, though, there is still one more pit stop. Close call there as Calhoun goes to the outside of Catano. As Nareza is falling back, it looks like someone's pitting because I see them pinching up. And that is indeed the case. Brad Lewis going to pit. Looks like we got some drivers pitting early instead of pitting later. Brad Lewis in Catano, Ryan Brommer, Sky Common. So Brommer in early here. Sky Common's another driver that's got to get a top 3 now. Advantages of pitting early. I guess you know you're good to go from here, but 17 laps is still a bit of a stretch for this track. The later you pit, you save time receiving the gas. So maybe everyone will have to pit 2 more times. I'm not sure. This is going to be close for some of these drivers. Typically 15 laps is the safe zone. Coming to 16 to go here. And it looks like Josh King will bring a ton of drivers in. You see Ellison staying out. Jack James comes in, though. Winnie Calhoun will stay out. Jean Sanford stayed out, but they checked up a bit, so that's going to cost them some time. Adam Flickinger pits. Jessica Strauss pits. So we see drivers coming off of pit road. Ellison currently the leader. Will Ellison pit this time by? It will be 15 to go. So I'm guessing these drivers did not pit under caution. I thought they pit under caution on that second one, but I guess not, because they, I don't think they'd be pitting here if they had pit just now. Ellison will come in. Winnie Calhoun stays out this time. Jean Sanford pits, though. So now we see Jack James, Josh King coming out. So Jack James, man, great pit stop for him. He comes out in the lead. Oh, what just happened there? He gets sideswiped by Josh King and he's around. Caution is out. Oh, man. That could have been really bad. Well, that just brought the caution out middle of the cycle, and Jack James has damage. Oh, we still got trucks coming. This just put Winnie Calhoun in a great position. As long as she doesn't run out of gas here coming to the caution. Kate Anderson looking for the lead. I think the 13 checked up there on the merge. And Josh King just didn't expect it and ran right into his door. And you can't really fault Josh King on that. But those that came out of pit road ahead of the leader will cycle back around. Calhoun is the leader. Donovan Cage, Kate Anderson, Pat Johnson, Max Anderson. Those were the 5 that had yet to pit, along with Saden Davidson and Kyler Anderson. As you see, everyone else now laps down. As we're piling in. Jack James got run over by Dennis Moore, then Skylar Taylor and Archibald Buttersworth piled in for good measure. I think that they slowed down because Kate Anderson is technically third, but Kate Anderson has run out of gas here after taking the caution. It appears the lucky dog is Colin Cropley in the 45. Yeah, Cropley is just ahead of Jack James. If Jack James brought the yellow out, so he would not be eligible anyway. Josh King was involved in that as well. There's still maybe a chance for a checkup accident to occur here. Everyone's really bunching up. I think they're going to be fine, though. Kate Anderson, though, out of fuel. As Calhoun will bring the leaders in the pit that had stayed out. With Davidson and Kyler Anderson. And we'll take a look at the replay. So here we go. We're watching with the overlay up. Watch Jack James's speed. You see Josh King with the run. He's looking left. They're both going to merge here. And then, yeah, what the heck? Jack James checked up as he came up to merge. And then Josh King just kind of sideswiped him that little bit, and the difference in momentum spun out Jack James. What a bizarre crash. I've never seen that happen here before. I've also never noticed that the AI would check up there coming on to the merge point like that. That is so bizarre. And then, man, Jack James got really lucky. He was in a dangerous situation there with his driver's side door facing the field. And he gets to drive away, but he is now a lap down as a result. I believe officials might let him take the wave around if he doesn't pit for the damage, but that is not what the 13 team needed at all. There will be 10 laps to go here tonight at Pensacola. Dennis Moore 3 laps down, Skylar Taylor 2 down, Archibald Buttersworth a lap down, Kate Anderson a lap down, Jack James a lap down. Actually, I think Buttersworth retired. Yeah, Buttersworth retired. Never mind. Jack James selected the pit, as did the rest of those that were a lap down, so they are at the rear of the field. Winnie Calhoun 25th after pitting, but we know she is good on fuel, and I'm not sure if they took tires or not, but 25th, only place to go is forward. And the more positions ahead of Onjack she finishes, the better chance she'll have at fighting him for the championship at Pensacola. I'm sorry, at Atlanta. We're at Pensacola right now. As for some other drivers, Sky Commons 19th. He's got to get up into the top 5, finish top 5, top 3, I believe. Gene Sanford, same thing, got to get back in the top 10. Jessica Strauss got to get into the top 10. Brahmer in a great position, just needs to stay there, get into the top 10. Adam Flickinger, top 3. James Ellison, top 3. Jack James's bid likely over unless he gets another yellow and he can get the lucky dog, but he would need it to happen right away as the green flag is back out. We're back on their way with 10 to go. Top 10 restart: King, Turner, Monaco, Ellison, Nareza, Downey, Riggs, Flickinger, Harvey, Usman, Hamid. Top trucks we've seen tonight: the 19, the 39, the 47, the 66, the 40, the 8, the 9 have all been at the front of the field. Josh King, first time at the front, leading tonight. Could he get his first career win tonight? Give Toyota their second Truck Series win here. Mentioned the history of the winners here in the Truck Series before the race. 3 wins for Chevy, a win for Ford and Toyota apiece. Ram still looking for their first win here as Monaco goes to the inside of King. Chris Harvey looking to make it 3 wide. Now they are 4 wide, and the rest are going to be all the way on the outside as Ellison and Downey are rubbing doors in the middle. Now Harvey to the inside of Adam Flickinger as the 2 drifts up the racetrack, middle of the corner. Eric Monaco takes the race lead. Corey Riggs right behind in second. Gene Sanford has entered the picture. Up into the top 10 now, all the way going to go up into the top 5. Using that bottom line to her advantage. And I see Winnie Calhoun also using that inside line a couple spots behind. Remember, Calhoun, she will be in this fight at Atlanta next week no matter what, but she is trying to get as many points as possible here tonight. Max gain would be 52 points if Calhoun can get the win, and that would put her 4 points up on Peter Onjack. Gene Sanford moved to the middle by Benjamin Ice. Brommer stuck in the middle with Brittany Turner. They're rubbing fenders. That's not good. Brommer bounces off, goes back right to the bottom behind Donovan Cage. Corey Riggs currently controlling the way. Jessica Strauss all the way on the outside line at the back of the field. Had some technical difficulties, but we're back. Couple laps forward here. 6 laps to go. Donovan Cage now taking the fight to Corey Riggs. As we will refrain from using the straight down head-on camera on the front straightaway because that camera has a consistent habit of crashing my game. So we'll just refrain from using it entirely. But Donovan Cage going to take the race lead away here. He's looking for what would be his 3rd win of the season. He's not in the championship hunt because, you know, Donovan, it's top 5 or bust. And usually the bust is a crash or just a poor run overall. But with 5 laps to go, Cage looking to win his 3rd race of the year. That would put him at 11 all-time. And would just be 1 win behind Audra Baranauskas on the all-time list. Brittany Turner side by side with Corey Riggs. Turner looking for what would be her first career victory. As the field's jostling around behind, you see Jack James back there in the distance. Also back there, Sky Commons, his truck not up to spec anymore. Also got Colin Cropley back there. We've got the recent Lucky Dog. There'll be 4 laps to go. Brittany Turner in a great spot. Best place you can be here coming to the final lap is in 2nd place. As Corey Riggs sits now in 3rd. He got back in line pretty quickly there. Ryan Brommer currently top 5. There you see the 24. Gene Sanford, though, stuck on the top. She might want to just go right to the back now. If she can get back to the bottom, she'll start gaining more positions faster. As you see, Adam Flickinger on the bottom, Winnie Calhoun on the bottom. As everyone's chasing Donovan Cage now, here comes Chris Harvey, who controlled the bottom line early in the going. 3 laps to go. So far, looking like everyone should be good on fuel. Sometimes you got a couple drivers that pit coming to the white. Pit coming to 2 to go. We might see that here tonight. Who knows? Some drivers were very close on the line with how early they pit. Cage continues to control the field. Harvey, though, we know Harvey's got a great truck. Can he make a move? He's right up Cage's bumper. Electing to stay in line. Now he's going to look low on Donovan Cage here in turn 3. Could Chris Harvey join the list of drivers to get their first career win here? Max Anderson slowing down. The 88's going to pit. 2 to go. Winnie Calhoun now at the front of the field on the bottom. Could Winnie Calhoun get her 3rd win of the season here tonight and take the points lead away from Peter Onjack heading into Atlanta? So they're going to catch James Ellison. Ellison had pit a lap or so ago and we didn't notice. That's massive. That takes Ellison right out of it here with 2 to go. Harvey with a huge push is going to dive to the inside of James Ellison. Donovan Cage will get checked up. Gene Sanford's going to get checked up here as Jessica Strauss goes to the inside line. Strauss moving forward. Anyone pitting here coming to the white? No, no one's pitting. Winnie Calhoun up to 4th place. Riggs and teammate Alan Downey go for the lead, but Downey's going to ditch him and make it 3 wide. Calhoun right behind Downey. Harvey fades from the top. Can he get back down in front of Dale Johnson? Johnson's going to check up for him. Downey leads the way on the bottom. Riggs on the outside. Jessica Strauss looking 3 wide with Donovan Cage. Calhoun on the outside, keeping touch with Downey. Now they're going to be 4 wide for 2nd place. Here comes Donovan Cage. Can he get to Downey? Downey leaving the door open but pulls back down. Off of turn number 4, veteran driver Gatlin Downey will finally get his first career NRSL Jerky Pro Truck Series victory, and it comes here at Pensacola. You wouldn't know it. 7 career top 5, 16 career top 10s coming into tonight, but no wins for Gatlin Downey. Who's been around off and on here in the Jerky Pro Truck Series, gets his first career win. Gets Chevy their 4th win here in the Truck Series. And he blocked Donovan Cage to do it. Jessica Strauss comes home in 3rd. That's going to put her in contention next week at Atlanta. And the Reza 4th, DeLello 5th, Winnie Calhoun 6th. Excuse me. So Calhoun 42 points. Will gain 34 on Onjack. That'll put Calhoun just 14 points back. Gene Sanford finishes in 7th. Brad Lewis 8th. Corey Riggs 9th. Dale Johnson 10th. Brommer did not finish where he needed to. He only finished 14th. So Brommer gained 21 points. And he comes up 2 points shy of being eligible next time out at Atlanta. 61 points back after tonight. Adam Flickinger 16th. He needed much better than that. As well as everyone else down the running order. We saw Ellison had pit. So let's see. Jessica Strauss gets 51 points. That'll gain her 43. That'll put her 50 points back. And she can't get Onjack on a tiebreaker. She doesn't have enough top 5s. In fact, neither will Winnie Calhoun. So good to know is Onjack has the tiebreakers 1 on the top 5 sheet. So unless Calhoun won a 3rd race, then that would be a tiebreaker for Calhoun next time out. But otherwise, no one can tiebreak Peter Onjack, especially not Gene Sanford with no wins on the season. But so Strauss will be 50 points back. So Strauss will need to likely win. She could finish second, have Onjack finish, I believe, 39th or worse. But Strauss likely needs to win and have Onjack have a bad race. Jean Sanford gets 7th, so that is 40 points. So she gains 32, so that puts Jean Sanford 54 points back. So Jean does need to win and have Peter have a terrible finish. She can't get it on second either. Second is 55 points. Winnie Calhoun, 14 points. If Winnie were to win, Onjack would need to finish 5th or worse. 4th, Onjack would win the title by 2 points if Calhoun won. Otherwise, if they're outside the top 10, let's say if Onjack finished last, Calhoun would need to gain 15 points. So Calhoun would need to finish 27th. So a 15-point difference takes it from Onjack 26th or worse, Calhoun 11th. That would be another scenario potentially. But yeah, if Calhoun were to win next week at Atlanta, just needs Onjack to finish 5th or worse. But I think that'll be the main battle, everybody. It's going to be Peter Onjack pretty much versus Winnie Calhoun. But don't count out Jessica Strauss and Jean Sanford. They have that slim shot to get it next time out. But there is a Digital Storm Cup race to have tomorrow. And we're going to find out who will be in the championship battle on that end. Can Zorlin rebound from Homestead? Can Samet Oskin continue to pull away? Can Nate Rogers enter the mix? Can somebody else enter the mix? The chance of having a lot of drivers battle for that championship is pretty slim compared to how we entered tonight. But that's all I got. Gatlin Downey is your winner, and I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon for the Digital Storm Cup Series race.